Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this check-in. Now, I was meant to do a check-in last week, but I actually only spent one thing, so it just didn't really seem long enough for a video. The same might happen with this week coming because I've got nothing scheduled to be spent during that time. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. As you can see, last week I spent 11 Real. That was on transport to that clinic I was talking about. So I bought medicine. That came out of my sinking fund, so it doesn't come out of this weekly schedule. And then we move on to what I spent this week, and next week, as I said, week 6 will be nothing. I can't believe how fast the weeks are going. How am I at week 6? Don't know. Sometimes summers seem to last a really long time. This one I just feel like I'm blinking and I've lost days. So a few things happened over this week. Last Friday, the cleaner came in, so that was 10 Real. I didn't get charged anything for YouTube Premium. It's not time yet. I did go grocery shopping. I'm pretty sure, I should have checked before I started recording, that I filmed that. So I'll give you the usual grocery haul. That ended up being 41.6, and I should have a conversion for that somewhere in the haul video, if you're interested. Transport was 2.2, that was to and from the groceries. Health was 19. I actually made a little bit of an error there. Health should have been 22.8 because I get my antidepressants and I get 2 packs of Nexium because I have acid reflux. And I've forgotten, just got 1 pack of Nexium. So the next time I go, I'll have to get another pack. I haven't overspent in that category, but it just means I forgot to get one of them. Now, spending, you can see, is 19. I had put 10 in there because my friend I was meant to go to brunch with a while back, she ended up having that migraine and then she travelled back to the UK. But she came back to Oman for like a week and a half or so, and then she's going on to see a family member in the Far East. So we did end up going out to brunch, and while I was there, the brunch was about 10, which would have been fine. And I did have some extra spending in this category. But while I was there, I was looking for a white dress shirt, just like a casual one to go over a dress I have for an outfit. And I happened to go into American Outfitters and they had one on sale for 9 Real. So I ended up buying that, so I overspent by 9. I also, and this doesn't have a place on here, spent somewhere else I wasn't intending, but I ended up putting it on my card so I can just pay for it with my account at home. But if you follow my other channel, you know I messed my neck/back up. And I ended up, I've got like some rice in a sock that I can heat up, but I ended up getting some like hot and cold packs and things like that. And I ended up getting some ibuprofen. So a little bit of an expenditure there, but it didn't come out of my Oman money because I don't have place for it in my Oman money. So it's unfortunate that happened, but sometimes it does. I did also, and there isn't really a place for this because I can't, my shoe broke and I had to get a new pair of shoes. But if you remember, I had a credit on my account. I had returned something, and so I had something in my e-wallet from that refund. So I did end up going to get a pair of shoes, and I picked up, it was a highlighter I was going to use as an eyeshadow because I'm running out of one I have. And because that came directly out of the refund, it didn't have a place in the budget, but it was essentially prepaid. So I didn't spend any new money for that. For that reason, I haven't added it to spending because it's not in the 35, but I did technically buy it. So there is one more category here. We got nails. Now, when I've spent it, I put it into black. What I think I'm going to spend is in yellow. And you'll notice if you go down to week 9, I've got another black entry for nails. So my salon were having an offer where if you bought 2 appointments, you would get a 3rd appointment free. And I think actually, because I'm a regular there, they gave me a little bit of a discount because my nails are basically, you have the dry manicure and then you have the gel nail portion of things. But it seems like they didn't charge me for the manicure part. So I just paid for 2 sets of gel nails, of which one of them was the one I had done. And then I'll actually get 3 appointments. So it won't cost me anything on the 3rd thing. So for that reason, I took the 28 I spent. It was going to be like 17 or 18 by itself usually. But I took the 28 I spent. Oh no, 29. I can math. I think it was 28 point something, and I rounded up to 29. So I got 14 and a half for the last week, which I've counted, and I've technically prepaid week 9, which is also 14 and a half. And then whenever I get them done again, it will be free. So I've got a little bit of money remaining in the nail sector. And as that's nearly 9 real anyway, I don't feel quite so bad about the extra in the spending. It kind of evens itself out. All right, and as you can see, I've got nothing planned for spending for this coming week. I'm not planning to go get groceries or anything like that. I'm stocked up on my medication and I don't need to go anywhere. The friend that's here isn't here for very much longer. She did mention maybe going out, grabbing a coffee, what have you. That won't have any transport costs because she'll drive. Worst comes to worst, I can just pay with my other card, but technically I have got about 5 real extra from the remaining amounts in the categories. I'd rather not push it that far, but we'll see if it happens. Okay, that's everything from the numbers. I will insert the haul, and I probably won't see you next week because I've got no plans to spend anything, but I'll update you on week 6 when I do week 7. All right, guys, thanks very much. Hey, everybody. So I'm heading to the supermarket right now. I've remembered all my bags. So this is a thermal bag for like my meat and my butter and stuff like that. Anything chilled, because I'm quite happy that they've banned all plastic bags in for packing up your groceries. Like they're getting rid of them. I don't know if that will include the plastic bags that they put like the meat and stuff in. I guess it won't, but it's a start. So I've remembered 3 reusable bags today, and I've also got the thermal one because I picked my medicine up the other day and they put it in a thermal bag because I had to transport it. So I get to reuse that then. So I'm just waiting on the taxi now, and if I can, I'll take her around the store a bit. Depends how busy it is. This is today's outfit. Just some sandals, oversized shirt, tied up over a dress because the dress has spaghetti straps and I don't like to wear those out. Danger of having everything on apps, I just wandered out without my handbag and purse. Hello friends, we are back and it is time for another grocery haul. I did lie to you when I said I'd show you the store. Yet again, it was busy. I should just stop promising. Sorry about that. So I've got this laid out on the counter. I'm going to show it to you. One thing, because one of the things I'm going to show you is a case of eggs. Why do I need 30 more eggs when I bought 60 eggs the last time I did a big shop just over 2 weeks ago? Because they were small eggs. A large or an extra large egg is about 70 grams. The eggs I bought last time were about 40. So if I'm having eggs for breakfast or lunch, which I do usually every day, I might miss a day here or there. So 10 days go by and that's 30 eggs. So if we check in my fridge right now, that's what I've got left. Now the eggs I bought this time were large, so I should only have to use 2 of them this time around, but I've got another couple of weeks at least until I do a big shop, and when I looked, I hadn't actually accounted for a big shop the next time, so I'm going to be running low on money. So I just bought some things that I thought might be kind of just running out by the time I next go, and it will take the pressure off those shops. So let's take a look. I'm going to start you with the proteins. I got some frozen chicken pieces. They are already marinated in like spice and yogurt. I've never tried these, but they were 1.7, which is cheaper than buying 500 grams of chicken breast, because chicken breast is 1.8, and then I'd have to chop it up and marinate it myself, which I don't mind doing, but it didn't really make sense, so I'll just give these a go even though it's frozen. I got a couple of lamb steaks because I'll have those for lunch or something, or dinner, and I've got 2 packets of ground buffalo because it's the cheapest, which I will make into probably some kind of pasta topping. That will go in the freezer. I've also got some burgers for quick protein. I did in fact actually, inside these have 2 layers of plastic, one on the top and one on the bottom. I thought they only had one on the top, and I did manage to eat a layer of plastic before I realised, no, there is in fact one on the bottom as well. So that was great. But I've got the chicken and I've got the beef. I got some more cheese. I was hoping it would be on offer. I didn't get as lucky with discounts this time around, but I was hoping it would be on offer. It wasn't. So a couple of blocks of cheese. I did get, I want to say lucky on this. This was on the discount shelf. Usually 1 jar of sauce, the one I buy, is like 1.1 to 1.3. These were down to 0.2 because they go out at the end of the month. So by the time I've cooked all that up, I will use these before the end of the month. I'll have at least 2 in with those, maybe 3 depending on how much I get out of it. And then I can just use one on some kind of meal later. And worst comes to worst, if I get close to the date, I can empty it out into a baggie and I can just freeze it. So that was my saver for the week. I got some more coffee. It's 2 half-kilo bags. Yes, I go through a lot of coffee. I got some of these low-calorie noodle things, shirataki with oat fiber. And then angel hair. No particular reason behind the ones I chose. They were just the ones available on the shelf. Over to here, more milk, I know. I do have some left in here. I've got 2 of the regular and 2 of the almond from last time. And I've just opened some fresh ones in my fridge. So I bought this as a 4 because they had a special price on for loyalty customers. They call it the happiness price. So this was 1.1 for all 4, so it made no sense to buy less. And I bought 4 of these. They're 0.9 each. Sometimes you can get them a bit cheaper, just didn't this time. I bought some sugar-free Jell-O because I've been snacking on this recently, so I got 6 of those. I got a tiny little cream because I want to make like a marry me chicken, Tuscan chicken type deal. Couple of protein bars because it's better than candy bars, I suppose. Salad cream because I want to have some tuna and I just prefer it to mayo. And then the eggs. So when we go into produce, yes, you have to have all this in the plastic bag. They do not sell the mesh bags. We've got some spinach for the marry me chicken. We've got some cucumbers, some green peppers, some tomatoes, because I like to do tomatoes and eggs sometimes, just the Chinese recipe, because it can make for a better lunch if I'm having eggs for lunch. Some aubergine for the buffalo, some onion and some garlic, all for like the pasta topping type stuff. Over here I have the non-food. I didn't need this yet, but like I said, it was on offer, so it ended up being the same price as the stuff that I buy, and I might as well get it while there's less pressure on my grocery budget. I needed some more cotton buds. I actually didn't plan and didn't need this, but I've been wanting to give my air fryer a good deep clean, and I thought just get something because it was reduced to like 0.7, I think. So give it a proper scrub out. I clean it obviously, but you know, deep clean. And then I needed some deodorant. This one, it was 20% off for the 2, which I didn't care about too much. But then they had another like happiness offer, so it was 2 real for both of them. And individually they're 1 point something, so I just grabbed them both. And that, my friends, is everything I got. This is how the freezer is looking. I've eaten through most of the stuff. I've got some green curry there still. I didn't really like how it turned out, to be honest. I like the tofu one. The chicken one I'm feeling very meh about. And I've got, I think that is beef stew. This is some chicken breast. This is what I'll defrost to make the marry me chicken. And I've got some chicken mixed parts, I think. Let's check. Yeah, chicken mixed cuts that I'm just going to keep here, and they're going to go into the air fryer with some seasoning. I just accidentally turned off my phone instead of turning it around, but never mind. So I have 50 real ready for the budget of this, and I ended up spending 41.55. I will put the conversion up. I also went into the pharmacy and I got my medications, so that was another 19 real. I shop every 2 weeks, but because I was trying to lower my spending this time around, I do big shop, little shop. So I only have 10 real for the next one, plus the rollover from here, which will be another like 9. But yeah, feeling pretty good. I'm gonna put this away before it gets too warm, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.